Hey guys, we're going to give them just another couple minutes to show up, and then we'll get started. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started on how to add the customer login feature for your loyalty customers. This is a relatively new thing that we added. You guys probably remember before, the only way customers could really access their profile and see what kind of points and offers they had was to do it via emails that you sent them through a link that way. And this just makes it easier for the customer to log in at any point and check and see what their point balance is, what kind of rewards they currently have. So to get started, you're going to just log in to SalesBuilder, and you're going to click on the My Account tab, and you're going to drop down this Program Settings tab right here. When you drop it down, you'll see under Profile and Sign Up Page fields these new choices that you can select here. It's likely going to be on Not Active when you open it up. So you have three options to choose from for your customers. There's Card ID and Mobile. So the way this works is if you are a CSM customer, or if you're using gift cards, then the card ID that your customer already has can go into a field along with their mobile phone number, and it's going to text them to activate the card that they currently have, but they're just not on an active campaign yet receiving marketing. The second option is sort of similar. It's the card ID and email instead of their mobile phone, so it's going to email them that link to activate, or the card that they currently already have. And then there's email and password, which is probably going to be the most prominent one that you guys are using. Any point of sale can use this one, and I'm going to go ahead and click that and click Save to turn it on. So I've activated it, and if you scroll back up and go to the Home tab, you're going to see a new link over here in this members box next to where it says Sign Up Page, and it says Login Page. If you click on that, that's going to pull up your new login page. So because I chose email and password, it's got email and password here, but if I had chosen card ID and mobile, it would have those fields here and say something a little different. But let's just stick with the email and password for today for training purposes. This can be a little confusing for customers that are using this for the first time and they haven't yet created a password, so I wanted to go ahead and point out that the first time that they come in and set this up and try to log in, they need to put in their email address here in this field, and then they'll leave their password field blank and then just click on I don't know my password. That's going to, we have it set up that way so that it just verifies who that person is when they initially set it up. And what that does is it sends verification email to their email address, and they've got to verify that that's them and before moving on. So once they do that, then they set up their password and they can sign in for the first time. And then when they do sign in, there's you know, if they haven't gone through and filled out required fields, you know, they'll have that. But if they already have, then they're going to see their free offers that they have, any specials, and their point balance. So I wanted to, while I'm talking about that, just kind of briefly touch on, let's go back to the My Account tab. And I wanted to show you guys something else that was added when we added that feature in. If you scroll down to point settings and drop that down, and then click on this show hide more point settings, there's a field here. Because I'm not set up as CSM in here, it only has one field, but for you CSM customers out there, you're actually going to see 10 different point balance fields here that are customizable because CSM supports that. But for this one, you know, we're just going to look at the gift card one. So you'd probably want to title it gift card balance, since this one is for gift card balance. But in CSM, there's other ones that you can bring in, little point buckets that you could, you know, name it like punches, you know, that sort of thing, like number of punches, and that way they can see how many punches they have on their card if you're doing like a buy 10 get 1 free type deal. For you guys that are not aware, CSM, when I reference that, is actually Coffee Shop Manager. It's another one of the POSs that we have here at Granbury, and so just trying to make sure I get everybody, you know, it works a little differently with SalesBuilder, so I'm trying to be, you know, as thorough as I can for all the different point of sales out there, but just wanted to make sure you guys knew that before we moved on. So, you know, I would, if you're going to utilize this part of it, then, you know, go ahead and just put the same for name and description, and it gives you an option here to add a different image. You know, if you wanted something different for your image here, like I'm just going to pick one, and it'll show right here. You can change those out, and with the gift card balance, it's going to show that image. And then you would just hit save. Okay, so let's go back to this login page here. I wanted to show you guys that when you pull it up, this right here is the link or the address that you're going to need to give to your web developer. You can copy and send that to them, or if you know how to add a link into your website, you know, this is the URL that you would use, and it would send them here. And I wanted to show you guys real quick also how to add that into your sign-up page, because if you're offering a login feature now, you kind of want to have a spot on the sign-up page if someone's already signed up, that they can log in so they're not going through that process again. So the way you do that is you're just going to stay here on this My Account tab. You'll notice up here there's two different buttons. There's a sign-up page and a front page, but they're going to show the same thing because we set it up that way. So you want to make sure and either make the change to both or if you're just going to make it to one, make it to the front page, because that's what people are going to see when they go to your rewards URL. So I just wanted to kind of quickly show you guys how to edit these. You know, we set them up for you in the beginning, but you can edit them at any point. So with adding in this login feature, I'm just going to take this text right here and add it right here. Kind of doesn't match the other text, but we'll worry about that later. So already a member, you know, click here to log in. So we want them to know that if they've already signed up, then they don't need to go through this process again. So once you add in the text, once you type that in right here, then you're going to highlight over where it says click here, and you're going to make this a link that they can click on. And the way to do that is you just come up here, and there's a little icon that looks like a chain link. So you're going to click on that, and you're going to paste in that URL that I was showing you earlier. We'll go back from the login screen right here. You're going to copy and paste that in. Let's go back to that screen in this little box right here and hit OK. So now you see it's changed color, so it lets them know that there's a link and they can just click there and it's going to take them to that login screen. So you definitely want to make sure that you get the this part of it too when you're setting it up. And you know, we have a document for you available on the knowledge base that goes through all of this and lets you know how to do the setup and stuff that was created. So you want to save your content after you get that link in, and then exit out. Just to show, I'll just show you guys real quick what the card ID and mobile one looks like, for in case there's any CSM customers on the call. Well, okay, well, it's not updating it, but so basically there would just be a spot here. I mean, this is great for all the ones that, you know, you've already handed out gift cards or loyalty cards to. Then they don't have to kind of start over and create a new account. So we can kind of get those linked together. And if you guys have any questions on adding this login page in, there's a question window. Let me see if there's any. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So we had one question, and then Susie answered that one, I think, for her. But are there any other questions that you guys can think of where you feel like you might run into some trouble turning on the login feature? I mean, most importantly, just, you know, you're going to select how you want the customers to be able to log in, and, you know, getting to this screen here and getting this URL off so that you can get it on your website with some text, you know, log into your loyalty account here, something like that. That way customers can go to your website and log in now versus having to go through an email that you've sent them. Well, so there's no more questions, so I believe that is it. If you guys have any questions, please put in a support ticket, and we will definitely give you guys a call and go over any questions that you might have about this or anything SalesBuilder related. You know, there's also the knowledge base, and we'll send out an email again after after this webinar that kind of just recaps what we went over, and we'll put a link to that article or that document in the email for you guys, so you've got something on paper if you ever need to reference back on how to set this up. So I thank you guys for attending and look forward to seeing you guys on the next webinar.